Hi Gemini, this is Kacee with your monthly reading for March. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful that you guys are spending a moment here with me. Your reading is really tough for me today, guys. So I feel that there's a big message for a lot of you. So let's get right into it. Okay, a mother's love. A mother's love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. So those of you that are missing your moms, grandmoms, aunts, a mother figure that has raised you, nurtured you, taken care of you, you're missing that connection, whether it's of the physical or spiritual. If your mom has passed over, know that she is with you at all times. She's always taking care of you from the other side, sending you love, guidance, support, whatever it is that you need at that time. She knows, and she's there with you. Now it's really hard because you can't physically hear her voice or feel her hugs, but know that she is with you. She's coming to you in your dreams. She's leaving you little messages. She is there all the time. So just because our loved ones pass over to the other side, that does not break the bond of love that we experienced here in the physical realm. So let's go ahead. Now, if you are a mom and your child is separated from you, it works both ways. Your vibration and your energy does not stop because they're not physically with you anymore, and you are still connected with that bond of love. 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. The 2 4s are in reverse. Oh, here we go with the 7 of Cups in reverse. So the separation between you and your family member, I feel like there's a power of 3 going on. There was a lot of hard work going into this. There was 3 people, and then it breaks down to 2 and then to 1. If you notice, we have 3 of Pentacles, and then we have the 2 people here contemplating and looking at their cups as empty instead of what they can fill their cups with, wishes and dreams. This is looking back on the past. And then we go down to the 1, which is the single card for the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And this is losing your resources, losing your balance, losing your foundation. 7 of Cups in reverse. All those cups are an illusion. Something in there is really going to trigger this breakdown. And I feel like all the cups are becoming empty. If I see all this emptiness with the separation when it was a solid unit, and then it started to break down, and I feel like you feel that you're all by yourself and that you've lost all of the connections that you once had. Let's go ahead and pull some more tarot. You know, this is perfectly normal when you are losing people to the other side. If they are crossing over because it's their time, whether they're young, middle-aged, or older, it's their time because that is when God needs them the most on the other side. Okay, so I feel like you have at least 3 deaths recently that have crossed over that are very important. Mother, father, brother, sister, that kind of thing. It can have something to do with a child of your own. If something has happened to your child that you're separated, whether here in the physical or in the spiritual. But I feel like there's 3, 2, and 1. And you've lost your balance. You've lost your resources. You've lost how to accept. You know, the first one was hard enough. Then the second, and it's like the third one, you're like, that's it. I give up. I'm out. You're throwing it out there. You're just like done. You can't handle it anymore. And that's perfectly normal to feel so overwhelmed when you've had so much loss. Yeah, here we go with the Ace of Wands in reverse. More contemplation with the 5 of Cups. You guys with the 5s, you know, 3, 4, 5, you're in the middle of the energy. You're in the middle of the struggle. You know, 1 is the beginning, 10 is the completion. You guys are at 4 and 5. This is telling me that you're still knee deep in all this emotional crap. Knight of Cups in reverse. You know, my heart is breaking for you because you're really contemplating everything. There's apologies that should have been given. You're feeling bad about not saying the right thing at the right time. You're going it over and over in your head constantly. You don't see how you're going to get out of this energy. It just seems so overwhelming. You have no control over how you're feeling from one minute to another. Everything that was taken away from you was very, very important. It was your stability. It was the way you thought it was supposed to pan out, and it didn't. And now you feel like you're all alone. Nobody understands how hard this is for you. It says bam, bam, bam. It's that the hits just keep coming. But know that they're on the other side. They're okay. You know, don't worry about if they had suffered here in the physical. They're not suffering on the other side. It's only love and joy and peace on that side, and they're trying to send that to you. And if you're in that energy of what do I do now, and you're so confused, sometimes you're not seeing their signs, you're not feeling their love, you're not remembering them in your dreams because you're so stressed out, and that kind of blocks them from coming in and helping you if we stay in that stress and anxiety and lack of energy. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, both in reverse. You know, things left unsaid, being very upset, and your heart is so broken. 10 of Wands, all this burden, stress. You feel like it's all on your shoulders. 9 of Wands in the reverse, not wanting to fight. This is not a fight you want. You're like done. You're over it. You're giving up. You just can't stand one more minute of any of this drama. The shadow side, that's all about fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of moving on. Oh, and here we have the High Priest in reverse. This talks about 2 different things. This talks about you not listening to your higher self right now because of all the emotional baggage that you're dealing with, and that you really don't want to fight it out. Your heart is just broken. Your soul is crushed. You don't have the energy, the drive to do the things that you used to do. And it's taking everything you have just to get through the day. Now with the High Priest in reverse as well, this can also indicate you going against the grain in some kind of established society norm, religion, politics, you know, what people expect of you. You're like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to do me the way I want to, and I don't care what you guys think because I don't have anything else to lose. So why am I going to follow this when it didn't work in the first place? And you're looking for an alternative way of making sense of all this. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. There's no communication. There's no cooperation. There's no generosity. You don't feel generous to other people. You're not feeling generous towards yourself either, and you're holding on to this energy of lack, the low-lying energy. And yes, you've lost a lot, and I'm really concerned of the energy that you're in right now, because you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to raise your vibration in order for you to hear them. You're so desperate to make that connection, but because your heart is so broken, that is actually preventing you from hearing the messages that they're trying to give you. 3 of Swords in reverse. Finding peace at some point about how this went down. Acceptance, letting go, getting on a new path. 8 of Wands in reverse. You're doing it on your own. You're not going to have a lot of outside influences. And this also talks about once you do let go of some of the low-lying energy, the 8 of Wands will start with that new connection from the people from the other side. New memories are going to pop in that are positive, not negative. There is a change on the horizon. King of Swords reversed. and the Ace of Cups in the upright. This talks about you getting your mental clarity, because right now you're not clear in your mental body. You are very stressed, you're very anxious, you're worried about everything, you're questioning everything. This is really a hard time for you, and like I said, you're in the middle, all these 3, 4s, and 5s. This is all saying that you're in the middle of this, you're going towards the end of this cycle. It will end. New beginnings of love, of acceptance, and new ways of them to communicate with you and you to communicate with them. You keep speaking to them. They can hear you, okay? Just because you can't hear them right now, they can hear every single thing that you're saying, and they're with you right now in this time of grief. So know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel with the Ace of Cups, guys. My heart is so heavy for you right now. This is so hard. And this is probably why you guys were my hardest read so far, because it's such an intense energy. Oh, my heart just breaks for you. Know that this will pass. This feeling will pass. You have to go through all the emotions to get to it, but you will be able to come out stronger, clearer, and with a better connection to God and a better connection to your higher self once you get over this huge energy. Belonging. Yeah, see, when they left, it took away your foundation. You don't know where you belong anymore. These people meant everything to you. This was your family. This was your unit. You did everything together. Everything had to do with the other person. Where are they? What are they doing? What time can they be here? It was like you guys were just so intertwined in each other's lives that when they left, it was this huge void and you don't know how to fill it. Look at reminder, and in here it says don't forget all the good times. Don't forget the things that you've learned from them, okay? Make sure that you have all their advice forefront when you needed it in the past. Write it down if you have to. If you happen to have their voice on record or on something, listen to it. Bring it to the forefront. Don't forget them. Put up those pictures. Even though it's really hard right now. Okay, I'm pulling some emotion cards for you guys. Seek the truth. Rest and reconsider. So, seek the truth to me in this reading is more about you finding the balance between the earthly realm and the spiritual realm, and finding the balance between accepting their passing, accepting them not being in your present in this moment. And you have to take a time out. You have to do self-care. You rest and reconsider. It's all about you just unplugging from the anxiety, stopping your mind from, repeat or on loop certain situations or things that were left unsaid. You have to make peace with that, because you're still here in the physical. You still have a journey. They want you to live on your journey. They want you to be happy. They want you to move forward. So if you feel like you didn't do right by them, or you're going through that whole woulda, coulda, shoulda situations in your mind, that's not going to help you heal, make peace with it, and move forward. You will be changed forever because they're no longer with you in the physical, but just know that they're still with you in the spiritual. They're not going anywhere. They want you to be happy. They want you to live your life. So no matter how they ended up passing, they are no longer in pain. They are very happy. They want you to be happy. It's a beautiful transition when they do go over to the other side. They're not sick anymore. They're not stressed. They're not having any ill will towards anything that happened here on the earthly side. So, I have the Page and the Knight of Cups, both in reverse, and part of that is an apology, and I feel like you want to apologize to them for some reason, and that's part of what is holding you in that pattern. So if you want to apologize, apologize. They can hear you. Write it down, say it in a prayer. You can do a couple different rituals for that. You know, YouTube is wonderful on helping us expand on our rituals and on our connection to the other side. You know, you can light a candle and just say a prayer for them and say, I'm really, really sorry. I should have said this. I should have done that. And then let it go. It can be just as simple as that. It can be more intricate if you want, but it can just be as simple as that. And you repeat that a few times, and you really put it out there in the universe that this is what you need to be, this is what you need to have said in order for you to move on. And you honor yourself with that rest and reconsider. Okay, guys. Maya is your angel message, and it says, schooling, study, and education helps your life purpose and personal growth. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. This is where you're going to take on something new, and you're going to really have to be very studious in what your next step is so that you can make all the right decisions. Know that the angels are here with you. If you really need them to step in, please ask for them to come into your life. Ask them to take care of this situation. We have free will, so as much as they're trying to help us and buffer us and guide us and kind of keep us on the right path, when we're in this energy and we really need some help that the physical forces are not helping, we need to bring in our spiritual team. Ask them to help you. Put it in their hands. They can make things happen a lot quicker than we can. And they know what our path is, so they'll be able to bring in that positive energy a lot faster than if we try to muddle through on our own without the help. I know that this is a very solitary journey you're on right now, but the angels will be able to soften it for you, bring in people that will help you understand what you're feeling, help you express it, help you get on the right path so that you can get past the energy and bring something new in so that you can feel that fire again, so you can feel that joy and know that your family members will be experiencing all that new with you. They're not going to miss a beat, okay? Just like they didn't when they were here. That same personality is going to be on the other side, and they're going to be like, oh, I saw that. Oh, you know, that's a good one right there. You know, I saw when you made lasagna, whatever the case is. They are still with us, and they're still watching us, and they're still our best supporters. So please keep that in mind as you're going through this. I know this is a really rough energy for you guys, and I'm going to be praying for you that this happens to transition a little quicker while you bring in the angels so that you can find that joy and that happiness at the end. Okay, guys? This too will be a real hard journey, but it will work out for you in the end. Different, but good. So keep that in mind, Gemini. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I know this is very, very heavy energy. Many blessings. Take care.